All right, welcome back, everybody, to this week's episode of PodCats. I'm your host, Stefan Stockwell. Joining me today is the head basketball coach, Coach Aaron Hill. How are you today?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good. Reading day here, so obviously final start tomorrow. Let's get right into it. Coach, off to a hot start. You're 5-0, four of them by double digits. You've got to be pleased with this quick start. What's been working so far?
Yeah, played 4 games in the first week, which was a full week. Seems like a while ago now, but that was busy and knew it would be a challenge going two home games against AMC schools to start the week, and then just one day to prepare to head to Chicago to play 2 games, one on a neutral site, one on the road. So, that first week was challenging, but was really impressed. We had to face a lot of different opponents. We played against some Princeton offense, some zone defense, some full court pressure, and then a team that was really aggressive defensively in the half court. I think we handled different opponents pretty well, especially on short turnarounds. We've been, so far a pretty competitive group. We've guarded pretty well. I think we're holding people to under 41%, and we got a long way to go, but we've forced some turnovers and been pretty disruptive there. So yeah, pleased with the first 5. We'll see if we can keep it going.
For sure. So, Coach, you've got 4 players averaging double digits right now, and that doesn't include Jim King, who averaged almost 15 a game for you last year. The more balanced scoring this year has definitely made it more difficult to guard you guys, as you guys are averaging almost 8 more points a game right now than you did last year. Obviously, it's early, so those numbers are a bit different. But what's so different about this team's scoring compared to like last year offensively?
Yeah, we're much older. We signed several transfers who are, you hope when you sign transfers that they're going to contribute at a high level pretty quickly, and they have. So we're a much older group than we were. Our talent level's pretty good, I think, and we've shown that we've got guys who can put the ball in the hoop. So I don't know necessarily. I mentioned those different styles that we played against. I don't know maybe offensively that we've had the progress that you would hope to have over the first couple of weeks, because we just had to kind of adjust. A couple of those teams, we were almost playing in broken floor, 3-on-2 type situations a lot because of the way that they played defensively. So our motion offense has got a ways to go. I'd love to see our assist totals go up. I think we will continue to improve as far as understanding what a great shot is or a good shot is on different possessions and who needs them. That's some of the stuff that early in the season you're going to need to grow, especially when you give guys freedom like we do, when you've got, I think, a pretty talented group. We got a long way to go in just understanding role definition, shot selection, and then just how to handle kind of the ebbs and flows of a game. Pleased with our group. I think we're pretty talented. We went on the road to Lincoln Christian last week and shot 63% in the half, which that's pretty hard to do. So just kind of a credit to our guys' talent, and then we've just got to continue to improve our understanding of what we're trying to accomplish on every offensive possession too.
So like you said, you're a bunch of new guys. Only 3 guys that played minutes for you last year are healthy and playing this year. Obviously, Cole is hurt and he's back. Are you surprised at how quickly this team's gelled and how well they've done facing those different styles of defenses so early in the season?
I guess I'm probably not surprised, because I think that in the recruiting process, that played out over really probably almost a full calendar year. Several of our freshmen signed with us pretty early, whether that was, November, December, January of last year, of their senior year, of our past season, and then our transfers well into the summer. I thought we had a pretty good idea of who it was that we were able to recruit and sign, and I thought they were good players, whether it was from the high school level or the college level, and I thought they were, guys who wanted to have team success, looking for an opportunity to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And so I guess not necessarily surprised, because I thought we were able, with those new guys, to sign good players. And there's going to be, every freshman hits a wall at some point. Teams go through ups and downs. Progress isn't going to be a straight line for us. I'm sure we'll hit different adversity. We've had some injuries already. You mentioned Cole. Got another freshman actually in surgery this morning. So we've had some stuff not go our way from a health perspective. Hopefully we can stay healthy from here, but there's going to be different stuff that we have to learn from over the course of the season. But yeah, just pleased with our guys. Thought we signed good players. Thought we had good players back, and I just say our personality is probably a little different too. We've got some guys that are confident, are outspoken, are competitive and vocal on the floor, and I think that's helped us a lot too. As we've tried to form a new identity with a lot of new guys, in addition to our returners.
So building off upperclassmen style, your top 6 guys, minute-wise, are juniors and seniors. Your season's unlike anybody else's outside of women's basketball, because of the timing of the year, the breaks, with the winter break, Thanksgiving break, finals, etc. How different is it for you and the other coaches this year having a bunch of upperclassmen compared to having such a young team the last 2 years heading into those breaks?
Yeah, I mean, we've been really young the last couple of years trying to kind of establish a core of our program going forward. Unfortunately, we had some guys transfer out, which then, made it really apparent to us that we needed to sign some transfers because we couldn't get young again. I think we finally got some class balance. It wasn't necessarily, 3 years ago when you asked us our plan in recruiting, this maybe wasn't the way that we had designed it, but, had a coaching friend of mine kind of flip my perspective a little bit. Transferring has become super common in college basketball, really common. But one of the benefits of it is you get to meet different people. So we get to hopefully impact each other. And it's maybe guys that you wouldn't have met had things gone the way that they did a little bit earlier in kind of the basketball landscape. But so yeah, we get a chance to be around different people. I think college basketball players, excuse me, they, at least when I played, you really liked the breaks. Here at Thanksgiving, the way our academic calendar is set up, we'll have 8 or 9 days together. We'll have a couple days off, just the way our schedule falls for guys to go home over Thanksgiving, which is nice. And then you get, Christmas break from the time we come back, really, because we're basically here the same as the general student body leading up to Christmas. But you get to come back and you get to spend a couple weeks together where you're basically a pro athlete. All you're doing is basketball and hanging out with your friends if you're not in the field house. So that, in my experience, is always one of the most enjoyable times of the year as a player and a coach. You spend a lot of time together, and it's quite a bit of fun.
I completely agree with that during spring break for baseball. So,
yeah.
Conference starts at the beginning of the month in December. Obviously, just like basically every other sport, Heart America is amongst the nation's toughest in basketball. What do you need to see the improvement on outside of just the motion offense and getting more comfortable with it in the next 2 weeks to be ready for, I guess, the gauntlet, because obviously it's so tough.
Yeah, it is. And, NAI basketball is pretty fun. You play a lot of games. And our season actually ends a week before NCAA Division II, which usually ends a week before NCAA Division I. So you play a lot of games in a little bit shorter amount of time. So we just got a lot of games coming up. We're going to have to learn from a lot of film watching because we maybe at times won't have the same prep time. We'll get a little bit more prep time coming up. But, yeah, once we hit conference play in December, we got 6 games in 20 days in December. So you're playing a game about every 3 days with a couple days off in there. 5 of them conference games before the break, which, that'll give us a pretty good indication of where we're at. And almost all of those for basketball purposes in our North Division, which we're a part of. So those will be really important teams that, we play most of them twice. So, if you got a chance to go on the road and win one of those in December, that's a big deal. You got a chance to protect your home court. You'll definitely, you got to take advantage of that too. So if you want to be a team that's playing for stuff, whether it's Hart Conference tournament come late February, early March, or national tournament implications beyond that, really important. You get off to a good start in December. So we just got to continue to get better. For us, a big one is going to be shot selection and just understanding what we want to accomplish each possession. And then I think we got to continue to get better. We've done some good stuff defensively. We got to continue to continue to be sound, and then we've got to rebound a little better. We've had some opportunities, I think, to capitalize on some good defensive possessions here in the last couple of games where we just haven't finished possessions as well as we need to.
And then finally, Coach, only 3 more non-conference games before you really truly get into conference, including one at home against William Woods here on Thursday before everyone leaves. Uh, what's something we as fans should like look for in those games that we might not notice, like that a normal fan wouldn't pick up?
Yeah, we go on the road tonight to Hannibal LaGrange, big one. We don't really have, for basketball purposes, a regional rival in our league. Everybody in our league is about 2 hours away or more, but Hannibal LaGrange is a half hour and different conference, but same association being an NAI member. So, we had success here against them. After we were down in the second half, we were able to pull away, but you go on the road in a rivalry game, it'll be a close game, almost guaranteed. That's just the way they work out. So we've got to go prepared. They play a little different style. They run Princeton offense. Thursday coming in here against William Woods, a really good defensive team. So I think 2 good defensive teams that probably play a little different offensively. We probably have a little more depth than them, just kind of judging how the lineups they've played early in the year. But it'll be a good matchup. They beat us at their place 2 years ago. We didn't get to play last year because of COVID. And then this is their return game. So I know our guys, that'll be an important one too. It's another game that is considered in what's our arc. So it's really important, those matchups, the Heart of America playing against the KCAC or the AMC, those games are of great value. Then we go return a game to Health Science and Pharmacy in St. Louis, a team that plays a pretty aggressive style defensively and picks you up full court. So it'll probably be a little bit higher possession game. We had success here handling that pressure. We'll have to go do it on the road, which is always a little bit different challenge. And then we've got Iowa Wesleyan here, another NAI program who we haven't played for a couple of years because of COVID last year, but that'll be our last home non-conference game, which that'll be an important one too to hopefully help us create some momentum rolling into the conference play the next week.
Awesome, Coach. Anything else you'd like to add today?
I just appreciate the coverage, and man, our student body and our community have been awesome so far. If you haven't seen some of the videos or pictures on social media, check out some of the great fans that we've had. Our students have been rocking, and yeah, we'd love to continue to see that support come Thursday at home this week.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thanks.